many misconceptions. When I was a filmmaker, there was always a certain cinema attached to me, which is, grand and glorious and, NRI friendly is what I got a lot. And also rich people's lives. I kept being told that, you only make films about rich people and as if to say that perhaps people of a certain privilege are not allowed emotion. Which is fine. I dealt with all of that, and I dealt with it and took it in my stride, because to me, Indian cinema, Hindi cinema was everything. I always grew up on big songs and dances and, big scale entertainment. In fact, ironically, I'm standing in what Shami described as a temple, and to me this is, because it was helmed by my favorite filmmaker, Mr. Yash Chopra, a true visionary, and the reason why I'm a filmmaker. I was just a me too of him in my head and heart, and all I ever wanted to do was emulate his vision. And then there was a point in my time where I realized that just making movies for just the purpose of entertainment is not eventually the endeavor of a filmmaker. It's to make a point. It was at a dinner that I had in New York with some of my old friends, and some of them I was horrified at had a totally misconception, or rather a lack of understanding of an entire religion, and had very adverse points of view. That's where the journey of My Name is Khan began, along with, I think, one of our strongest writers in the business, Shibani Batija, who introduced then to me the entire phenomena, I call it, of autism, and took me into that zone. That's when I realized statistics. That's when I realized about Asperger's syndrome, which is a strain of autism, and everything that surrounds what we call special need. And it drew me towards those children, to those human beings, to what we use words like disorder or physical handicap, and colloquially, very stupid and ignorant people even use the word pagal. Now, there can be nobody more pagal or abnormal than all of us sitting in a room here today who don't have, those issues. We're all flawed people because we do not have in abundance what we should, is an ability to understand, an ability to be compassionate, an ability to be kind. These are very simple prerequisites of humanity, but we somehow lack in them. We somehow get so defensive about somebody else's problem that we tend to slot them and put them in boxes, not realizing that some of them just did not want it that way. And it just so happened that the universe gave them that. At times, it could even be, something that was not in their control, or sometimes when mental health, we talk about things like anxiety and depression, things that happen in the course of your life. When I gave birth to 2 children, my first fear, which is a natural fear, is that, oh my God, I hope they're healthy. Then it drew me to those parents, much like Ashish and his wonderful wife, and so many of you in this room, who must have had to spend relentless and all-nighters just worrying about their child, worrying about what he or she is going through. And that continues to be something that stays with me as an emotion. Every time I meet somebody with special needs, a child, the first thing is not to feel pity, is not to feel terrible. It's to feel that they must be empowered, because they're not special. The word special does not mean it's a handicap. It means they truly are. If you do some research and reading, you'll know that each one of them is privileged to have gifts that you and I just don't have. Leveraging those gifts is everything. It's all about humanity, is to leverage some of the have-nots and not just fester on them, just to leverage them. Music is such a tremendous binding force, and I wish I had the large-heartedness of Ashish and his entire team and all of you sitting here to spend relentless hours to just make sure that you leverage these wonderful gifts that children have, and even some of them who are older. And I think music is such a tremendous, like I said, a binding force. It brings you together. It kind of unites you in a way that no other force does. We're all privileged to be able to listen to, absorb, and emulate music. And music and this entire Six-Pack Band 2.0 is not just a phenomena. It is the future. We as human beings have to get more compassionate about what surrounds us. डर और खौफ जो हमारे ज़िंदगी का हिस्सा है, और ऑफ कोर्स जब मैं छोटा था तो बहुत चीज़ों से डर लगता था। कभी कभी मुझे हमेशा लगता था कि मैं दूसरे बच्चों से अलग हूँ, तो उस एक्सेप्टेंस ना होने का डर लगता था। तो एक तरह से मैं कह नहीं सकता कि मेरे हालात इन बच्चों की तरह हैं, लेकिन मैं इनके हालात ज़रूर समझ सकता हूँ, क्योंकि वो फीलिंग मैं समझ सकता हूँ जब एक खौफ होता है बाहर जाने का, और वो खौफ नहीं होना चाहिए। और ये हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कलेक्टिवली, इंसानियत के दौर पे हमें एक ऐसा माहौल क्रिएट करना चाहिए जहाँ बच्चों को या बड़ों को किसी बात का खौफ नहीं होना चाहिए। हर फिल्म जब बनती है तो एक इवैल्यूएशन का मौका मिल जाता है, और हम चले जाते हैं उस फिल्म में कि क्या सही था क्या गलत। तो हर फिल्म में मुझे कुछ ना कोई खामियां तो हमेशा नजर आ जाती हैं। जैसे माय नेम इज खान में एक सेक्शन था जो मुझे लगा डायरेक्टोरियली मैंने उसे ठीक तरह निभाया नहीं। एक हरिकेन का एक सेक्शन था जो मेरी गलती थी और मैंने उसे ठीक तरह नहीं निभाया। अगर मैं 10 साल 2009 में जाता जहां उस फिल्म को हम बना रहे थे, तो शायद उस 15 मिनट को मैं अलग करता। लेकिन बाकी आई हैव टू से आई एम वेरी प्राउड ऑफ दैट फिल्म, आई एम प्राउड ऑफ द कम्युनिकेशन ऑफ दैट फिल्म, आई एम प्राउड ऑफ द कॉन्टेक्स्ट दैट द फिल्म वाज मेड फॉर, एंड आई एम प्राउड ऑफ रिजवान खान जो शाहरुख खान ने उस किरदार को निभाया था, और उनकी जो मैसेजिंग थी और उनका जो कैरेक्टर और किरदार था, आई एम वेरी प्राउड ऑफ इट, एंड आई एम प्राउड एंड आई एम वेरी ग्रेटफुल टू शिबानी हु रोट दिस फिल्म फॉर मी।